Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Let's start over. I only missed minute 18. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. What's up? Where have you guys been? It's Hobby Evolution, the sometimes Hobby Evolution. I've been streaming 6 nights a week, and that keeps me up late till 1:30. Who would have thought? I used to be in bed by 9, was up at 5. Hobby Evolution every morning at 7. Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm a late nighter. I'm a night owl now. So pretty much my talking gets done at night and not here in the morning on Hobby Evolution. It's just during eBay Live. So check out. I got the link in the description. You guys probably know already. 1millioncubs.com. It's been a fun ride. It's been good. Continues to grow. February was insanity. I crushed best month by far. Do I have my February was absolutely. Now I also fucking went balls to the wall as well in terms of making sure I was going 6 nights a week. Although Madison Card Show week is tough. So I did a shorter show one night, didn't do a Saturday show. And that's going to be an every month occurrence. Now, this month is going to be tricky. So, and that's part of the reason I went balls to the wall in February was because I knew March was looming, because this time next week, I will be 30,000. Did I say this already? Or this might've been part of the muted segment. But this time next week, I will be 30,000 feet in the air over some flyover state on my way to Arizona. So this is probably going to be the last Hobby Evolution for about 3 weeks because I'll likely be doing late night. Well, I will be doing late night streams on eBay and sleeping in. And then I'm trying to see how. Wow. Yeah, I totally crushed my. Previously, my best month ever was for net sales was December, and totally crushed it. And I spent some time last night because I didn't do a live. I was getting stuff cleaned up and did a lot of shipping yesterday as well. So I wanted to see what my expenses. I finally sat down and got my inventory expenses. And I think I might have spent more in December than I did in February. Where's my, here it is. All right. Monthly summary. Oh, I did not spend. I only spent like $1,000 more in February than I did in December. And I made significantly more than that. So crushed February. And I'm hoping to crush March. But it's going to be difficult because I was kind of looking over the schedule next week. So I'm going to likely take like a single box, a few hundred cards just to have inventory. But a lot of the stuff that I'm going to run while I'm at spring training is going to be stuff that I source out there. There's a huge card show that's the Arizona State card show is going to be at Chase Field where the Diamondbacks play. Almost 700 tables. So I'm going to be hitting that up on next Friday, a week from this Friday the 13th. And then there's going to be another, at least one, probably 2 more days that I do at least spend half a day going to card shops. And now I have a better idea because I ventured out last year and went to a couple different shops. One I really liked that I definitely will be going back. In previous years, I was just going to like shops within close proximity to Mesa and Tempe and Chandler. And so last year I ventured to Phoenix and Scottsdale as well. All right. So I want to look at Cubs spring training schedule. Here's the crazy thing. I have not next week is when I fly out. I need to go buy some like new shorts. I need to get a pair of new shoes. I need to get all the travel shit. Although, well, no, it's not like I'm going for a month. Like I'll just buy stuff when I'm out there. No, that's not going to work. because then I'll just waste it. Spring training schedule. So I've got to get cards because I am going to do I'm going to get autographs, but I'm not like I didn't print any card for the first time ever of going since 2020. I have not printed any cards, and I won't be printing any cards from the Rookies app to get signed. So I'm just taking like Bowman. If I get 50, 100 autographs, I think I've got enough stuff to get that between minor league cards and probably some leftover Rookies cards from last year, which I need to find. But I guess my goal would be 100. Usually my goal is 500 autographs, and I hit 350 to 400 typically. But this year, if I get 100, that'll be fun. Like it's just going to be, it's a different trip this year. It's a much different trip. All right, so March 10th is when I arrive, and that's an away game out at Surprise, which is a flashback to my very first spring training trip. I landed and drove straight to Surprise from the airport. I won't be doing that this year. I'll be going straight to the complex and watching minor league workouts in the morning, that Tuesday morning. Let's see. Wednesday, March 11th is a home game. It's a split squad against the Royals. So I'll definitely be taking that game in. Thursday's a home game too. Okay. So Wednesday, Thursday home games. That's cool. So boom, boom, right off the bat. Maybe I do a live on that first night I'm there. Maybe I do, because I probably won't do a live Wednesday or Thursday. We'll probably do maybe our rip night with Ethan and my buddy Rich on one of those Wednesday, Thursday nights, depending on what Ethan's schedule is. Friday is the card show, and it's an away game at the White Sox, so I won't be going to that. In fact, I think the card show starts at 3. So basically, I'll go to the backfields. I'll watch minor league practice and then go straight to the show. I still got to reach out to some guys to see if I can get in a dealer pass or something. And then I'll go straight. I'll have to leave the show a little early because I have my fantasy baseball draft that night. So, because I think the show ends at 8. So that's 8 Arizona time, which would be, oh, shoot, that's 10 o'clock, right? They're 2. Yeah, that's 10 o'clock Central. So, wow, I've got to leave the show really early then. Fuck. So if the show starts at 3, that's 5 o'clock. Ah, fuck. I think our fantasy draft starts at like 6 or 7. All right, I'm going to have to draft from the show. I'm not going back to the hotel. All right, so that sucks. So maybe I do a live on Friday night. I've got to get my timing down for that. All right, Saturday we've got split squad at the Rockies. Sunday home against the Dodgers. Monday's an away game. Monday may be a card shop day. I've still got to figure out. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be flying by the seat of my pants on these nights. So maybe I do a live Tuesday and Friday. I got to do a Sunday night live. Sunday night's Crush. So that's 3. And then maybe if I can squeeze in like a Tuesday or Wednesday live, get a 4th one in. I don't know. We'll see. And it may be something I just pop up and like, I got enough inventory. Let's run a bunch of stuff. But 3 is the minimum amount of eBay lives that I want to do while I'm in Arizona. So, I'm missing out a lot. So I've got that's why I wanted to go balls to the wall in February, because March is going to be a slower. Plus, I only have one card show I only have the Pokemon show in March. So I'm not getting much revenue in for card shows as much as, when I do 2 shows or when I do the Alliant. So March is going to be, it's just something I have to accept. It's my spring training month. It's been that way in the past anyway. I mean, I think I've already done, here's the thing. I'm complaining about March and how, I'm only going to get 3 streams in while I'm at spring training. But I think, let me look at my deposits here. Well, I know that I've made more money the first 3 days in March than I did all of last March. I can pretty much confirm that. Yeah, probably 3 times. Yeah, more than 3x. So already 3 days into March, I have 3x to what I made last March net. So it is what it is. So I'll be okay. So yeah, eBay Live has been going well. Link in the description, 1millioncubs.com. I've been pushing to go 6 nights a week. Tuesday nights, today's Tuesday. Tuesday nights suck for me. But hint, if they suck for me, they probably won't suck for you. So you may, if you want some deals, because you're not going to get any deals now, I want you to come into my streams. But if you want good deals, Sunday night is probably the worst night to come in. The best night to come in, Tuesday. Tonight, my Tuesday nights suck. So you can get some really good deals. You can get some really good deals on Tuesday nights. So hint, if you want some good deals, Tuesday night's the place to be. And if I have the time, so I've got, it's a busy, we got cleaners coming today, which means I have to get shit picked up, which I did last night. I got this office picked up. You can't tell, it doesn't look like it, but the floor is picked up. I got the rec room's a disaster right now. So I've got to go get the rec room picked up. I got to take Ernie to school, rec room picked up, do some shipping. We've got all right. I get these. I get the A's confused. Assessor, and what's the other one? There's 2 of them. One of them's not coming. The tax person is not coming. It's the other one. Cause we're interest rates dropped. So we're refinancing, we're saving a nice chunk of money too. So whichever person handles that, starts with an A. Assessor and the appraiser. The appraiser is coming today. So I think that's what it is, right? So that's coming today, this afternoon. So I want to, and I did a bunch of shipping yesterday, got most of it done. Just have a few orders to get out today. And then I want to get some lots. So I think since Tuesdays suck, and it's almost like, it's almost not worth my time to go live on Tuesday nights based on, how slow sales are, rooms light, not much energy, not much spending, which is okay. But to make it worth my time, like, do I want to just sell a bunch of cards for $1 over 3-4 hours? Not really. So I may, so my plan, I don't even think I have the stream scheduled yet, but I want to do lots. And just random lots. Like, here's a baseball lot, here's a football lot. Maybe if I have a bunch of Nolan Ryan, he's usually sells well. I think I pulled, who was the player? Dale Murphy. There's somebody else down. There's Dale Murphy and somebody. Clemente. Clemente usually sells well. So I'm going to try to do some lots and do a smaller auctions, like not 200, but 50. And if we get through 50 in a decent amount of time and we've got some energy, I'll add some more auctions at the end of the night. So that's kind of my plan. But I've got to get through. I got to get through the data to see if I can make that happen. What else is going on? Speaking of eBay, I've had a lot more issues. Now my volume is up. Even with live selling, my volume is up. It's like 30% over last year. Year to date, January 1st through March 2nd is about 30% volume up. I feel like I'm having much more than 30% issues with especially eBay standard and pretty much exclusively with eBay standard envelope. And this has been like since the dawn of ESE. This has been a very common occurrence, and it seems to go in batches. Where all of a sudden it's like this month has just been awful, and then the next month it's no issues at all. I still get in. I think part of the reason where it's been marked delivered, but I didn't get it, and I think a big reason I'm still getting messages like that is because not many of the live buyers are buying low dollar cards on Buy It Now. And so they've never experienced ESE, where after 2 or 3 years of ESE being, well established, you're getting fewer and fewer customers that have never experienced ESE, where with the live crew, a lot of my buyers on eBay Live have not experienced the ESE shipping. So I've had to bring that out. It was nice the last, for a long time, I didn't have to copy and paste that message, but I had to bring that back out and copy and paste those messages again. I had a couple damage claims. I've had 3 damage claims. One was bullshit for sure. Because he showed me, I'm like, that's not even possible with the way I packaged that, because I know the size of the boxes. I know the size of those boxes. I've shipped 4 cases of those. And I know the size of the boxes I use, and there's no way that could happen. So I knew it was bullshit. I said, just open a return. He was fishing for a partial refund. I'm like, no, and he wanted to grade, get this, 1988 Donruss. The packs are damaged, and now he's not going to get pristine Gem Mint 10s on his fucking 1988 Donruss. Okay, so all right. So I have had an uptick of issues here lately. That one was bullshit. One of the damage claims was definitely, with AI, you never know about damage claims. So I do have to look into it a little better. If it's $10, I'm just fine. Sorry for your loss. But I had a rash of those, and who knows? We know how the postal service works. It very well could be damaged, but we also have seen those stories about AI photo manipulation. So just have to do our best. So if it's $10 or under, I don't even, it's like, okay, here you go. Here's a refund. Sorry. But if it's a higher dollar amount, then it's like, I'm going to put a little scrutiny. Fortunately, I haven't had any higher dollar amounts, knock on wood. So yeah. What else is going on? So I'm doing set breaks on Thursday nights. We did 61 Tops baseball last Thursday, which went really well. It wasn't crazy. Nothing went stupid high. I mean, you could go in and say, oh, you paid $10. That's a $2 card. I'm sure there was stuff that sold for $10, $15 that you can find for $2 or $3. But not like stupid high, not like $100 for a $10 card or a $5 card. So, I think that's what I like. I want to, and this is like my goal in live selling, like what makes me the most happy is when I can get a good buy and then make a nice profit, but not a stupid profit, not selling Bowman base Cal Raleigh rookies for $74, $72, whatever the hell that price was. I don't like that. That makes me feel dirty when a dollar card sells for $70. Like, I don't like that. It's like, I want to just start screaming, stop bidding. It's not worth it. But if a dollar card sells for $10, $15, that's what I like. That's the goal. Because usually when I'm buying dollar cards, they're not really dollar cards. They're, I'm the same. It's the same mentality as doing Buy It Now. You're digging through dollar boxes. You're paying $1, maybe 75 cents in buying volume. You're paying 75 cents to $1. You're fishing and cherry picking the good stuff that, hey, I can turn around and sell this for $10 on eBay, Buy It Now. Well, that's the same thought process with eBay Live, except I'm doing it in volume and I'm doing it right away. I go to a card show on Saturday. I sell the cards on Saturday night. Boom. Next, collect the money. So, but I don't really like it when stuff sells for 100x. I like it when it sells for 10x. So that's where we're at. But I don't want to tell people how to spend their money. If you want to spend $72 for a Cal Raleigh Bowman rookie card, be my guest. I'll sell them to you. So that's kind of where I'm at with that stuff. Slabs are still I have no idea. Sometimes I'll sell a slab, I'll buy slabs. You know, I'm becoming very careful with what I'm buying. Because basically a lot of the slabs I'm making minimal profit on. You know, I'll sell a PSA 9 Jordan rando card that, you know, I paid $20. Like if I can get a Jordan slab for $20, like hell yeah, especially an 8 or a 9. I'll sell it for 20, or I'll buy it for $20 and it'll sell for 23. Nice Michael Jordan number. And then I'll put a 90 Fleer that I spend $1 on and it sells for 23. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it. But, you know, they say, well, PSA 8s and PSA 9s are basically the value of raw. So there you go. So I am careful with what I'm buying for slabs. And the set break went really well for 61. Made a really nice chunk of change, more than doubled my money on that. I'm doing a 73 Topps football set this week. I should double my money on this one. I spent a lot less, obviously, on the 73 football set. So I should get decent margins, but you know, I don't think I'll crush it and do 5x. But I should 2 to 3x, I think. And who knows? It might go for more. I mean, there's like the 75 set. Had no idea how crazy that would go, and it went really high. So I got 73 football. That's this Thursday. I'm doing the set breaks on Thursday nights. I have been targeting complete sets, vintage complete sets lately. So that's kind of my target for Thursday nights. Vintage has been like people on eBay Live. I had a lot of people tell me, well, vintage buyers aren't going to be on live. They're not, vintage collectors aren't going to be buying on live. Maybe they're not vintage collectors, but there's vintage buyers on eBay Live. And I crush vintage. And I can't keep enough vintage in stock because as soon as I get it, people want it. I sell it, make good money. It's like, sorry, you got to wait till next week. I got to go to a card show or something. They're there and they're spending money. So that's good. So future set breaks, I've got this week, 73 football. I haven't scheduled the others, but I'll have a 73 Topps basketball. That was a purchase from CIA Auctions, Collector Investor Auctions. Also from that same auction, I bought the 69 complete set, which had 2 Reggie Jackson rookies. So I'll sell a Reggie Jackson rookie in an upcoming show, I guess, maybe Sunday night. I haven't even looked at those sets yet. So I got those in. I think they came in the mail Friday. The slabs I did run, but I also picked up, there were a couple other slabs. Oh, the Nolan, I haven't run the Nolan Ryan. So these were from Collector Investor Auctions. Got this Nolan Ryan autograph, just a random T205. I think this was a single. It was like $40. So that's a steal. Love this card, 68 Topps Tom Seaver SGC6. Got a Ken Griffey Jr. This was part of a lot, like a 90s slab lot that I was, or an 80s slab lot that I was sourcing for like upcoming 80s and 90s nights, but I can't keep that stuff in stock fast enough either. 68 Willie Mays and a 4. Clemente, 68 Clemente and a 3. And then I did run one of the Brady rookies. Here's the other. I bought 2 Brady rookies in a lot. And I made a decent amount of profit on the Brady that I did run. I think that's the only ones I have left. I picked these up at a card show, a small card show on Saturday I went to in Columbus, Wisconsin. Harry Krause, American Caramel, E90 Philadelphia A's, and then Ed Killian, a PSA 2.5 Detroit Tigers. I actually have quite a few Detroit Tigers buyers in my streams. So, and I think I picked up, 5 or 6 of those slabs on Saturday. Those are the only 2 left. I think I sold 3 or 4 of them in Sunday night stream. So eBay Live's been awesome. I'll be streaming tonight, probably 7:30 start. I've got to get it scheduled. I'll be live every night this week. I think I've got to get them all scheduled. I think Thursday's the only one I have scheduled so far. I might have Sunday night scheduled because that's always going to be Sunday night singles. And we'll go live Friday, Saturday as well. So having fun on eBay Live. Let's go to the chat. Florida baseball card. We got to get Ernie off to school. Florida baseball card dude in the house. Good morning. Bonesy is here. What's going on? We started the show minute 18 of muted because I had my mic on mute. Max says no sound. Now we're good. Sound is back. Donald's in the house. Homesick today. This sucks. That's no good. Ugh. There's been shit going around. I've been sick twice this winter, and I think it's because I've just run myself down with streaming late at night, not taking any rest. I got sick right after Thanksgiving. We went from Thanksgiving, hosting a bunch of people, into the 2 days of Madison card shows, which was that. Oh, and that was the blizzard weekend. That Saturday we had a blizzard, but Sunday the Pokemon show was popping, and then I took a nap during that show, and then Monday I woke up sick, and I think I did end up canceling one of my streams that week, but I went most every other night that week. And then I got it again in, was it January? I think it was after the January show. I picked something up, More Than Cards, at the Madison Card Show. But didn't pick anything up crud-wise after the February show. Ari, what's going on? I am from Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Jan Janssen. I come from Wisconsin. I work at a lumberyard there. What's going on, RZ? Please hit the like button, says Donald. Good morning, Uncle Rich. Jody's in the house. Gem City is here. It's a rare hobby. This probably, and I was talking about this at the beginning, this might be the only hobby evolution until like March 20th. Because I, like, the rest of this week, like I go live late into the night. I sleep in, take Ernie. And by that time, it's like 10 o'clock. It's like, I'm not going to do a live now. I got to get my day started. And then I'll be in spring training. And I always say, I'll do a hobby evolution from spring training. How many hobby evolutions have I done in spring training the last 5 years? I do like maybe one. It's just not easy. Uncle Rich says, it's okay with your new schedule and being the eBay star you are. We know it's hit and miss to see you. Well, thank you. Scott's in the house. Good morning. Merle's here. Good morning. Max says it'll be nice to write off vacation too. It's not vacation though. It's a work trip. It's a business trip. Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. A lot of business expenses in Arizona. Tiger 727 says, good morning. Good to see a show pop up. Hope everyone is doing well. Appraiser, that's the word I was looking for. Gem City says, how does a few million cards affect card value? A few million cards. I don't understand. For house value. I don't know. I don't think they appraise that. They're not appraising my collection. Dat dude from Duryea says, why the low turnout on Tuesdays? Any ideas? I am wondering how live impacts traditional 7-day eBay auctions. So that's a great question. I have no idea. Part of it could be, I honestly have no idea. Because other streams seem to do okay on Tuesday nights. It's definitely, weekends are definitely the boom time. Like Friday, even Thursday. Well, for me, Thursday, because I usually have it tailored to like vintage. So my Thursday shows when I'm doing vintage are really good. And then it's basically like that, like a rising bar graph. Like Tuesdays are like the shits. Wednesdays are the shits, but better than Tuesday. And then Thursday pops, Friday a little, usually, well, depending on what I run on Thursdays, Fridays can be up or down. And then Saturday and then Sunday is like, Sunday's the antithesis of Tuesday. And maybe that could be, and like the crazy thing is, live is completely opposite of buy it now in terms of returning. My average for returning buyers in my buy it now store was around 15%. I would have 15% returning buyers. On eBay Live, it's like 95%. Now, well, that's kind of false. That's viewers. So 95% doesn't necessarily mean they bought. But let me go into my buyer insights. So now my repeat buyers, 58%. So in my viewers typically range around 90 to 95% returning viewers. Buyers right now, my last, I'm just looking at, let's look at this year. Let's look at this year. Give us a little bigger picture. Even higher. It went from 58.2% to 58.3% are returning buyers. And usually when I was in Buy It Now, it was around 15%. So I'm getting a lot of the same buyers. And usually Sunday's a lot of the new buyers. So I'm thinking like, well, maybe everybody spent their money on Sunday and they're like, I'm just going to wait till the weekend. That could be like people like, and I run better stuff. Like I don't run good stuff on Tuesdays because the room's half to a third filled from what I get on the weekend. So I save the good stuff for the weekends, and I'll drop a little carrot every now and then just to gauge. I'm not going to run the Nolan Ryan autograph. I'm not going to run a Tom Brady rookie, but I'll put a slab like a Michael Jordan slab or a Kobe Bryant slab. Like that's a good carrot to drop. And if it underperforms, all right, we're going back to junk basically. So it's also a part of what I run, but I drop a lot of carrots where it's like, okay, I'm getting $20, $10-20 for Ohtani cards on the weekends. I'm getting $2 or $3 on Tuesdays. Well, what's that tell you? Don't run Ohtanis on Tuesdays. I'll sit. I don't like sitting on stuff, but if it's the difference between $2 and $20, I'm going to sit on it for a few days. But I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know why Tuesdays are just the shits. I'm not sure on, I think the buyer sets, the live buyer set and the 7-day auction buyer set is pretty different. There's some crossover. I don't think there's a big impact though. The set, you're going to get better deals, I think, on 7-day auctions. Unless it's Tuesday, I guess. You're going to get some good deals on eBay Live, at least in my stream. But like eBay Live, my best, when do we see the most 7-day auctions ending? Okay. Sunday nights, still 20, 30 years later, eBay auctions, everybody ends them on Sunday nights. Talked about this numerous times over the years because Sunday nights back in 1999, you're sitting down, you've got your hour of computer time, and that's pretty much the one evening, the one night that everybody's, got their computer time. Now we've got phones. We can wake up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and scroll eBay auctions. Hopefully nobody's ending eBay auctions at 3 a.m., but sometimes it happens. Actually, a lot of times there's still a lot of auctions ending at all times of day. But eBay Live, by far my best nights, Sunday nights, and I think, and when do most people end their auctions? Sunday nights. But as far as why Tuesdays are so shitty, I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's like, oh, we've done all our spending on the weekends in Monday, Tuesday. I've had decent luck on Monday nights, but I don't like going on Monday nights because typically I did 4 streams, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I did 4 different streams, Friday through Sunday. That means I've got a lot of shipping to do on Monday. And so I don't want to do a stream on Monday night. So we go on Tuesday. So maybe if I get my ass in gear, which can only really happen if I don't go to a card show, if I don't go anywhere over the weekend, if I just stay in my basement and ship all day, then I can do a Monday night stream. Can you recommend a good scanner? Yes, I can. The Ricoh 8170, which I just used to scan in my 1961 Topps cards last week. So it's still getting good use. Used Card Dealer Pro. So I am still using. I don't know if my code still works. Where's my code at? I don't even know if I have code in my settings anymore. Where's it at? There you go. It should still work. Where are we at? Merle says, "Are you going to ship cards for Arizona, or are you going to pack them back up and I'll pack them back up and ship from home." I considered doing that, but that's just a pain in the ass because then I'd have to bring my thermal label printer. I'd have to buy supplies out there or take them with me. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put an out of office and I'm going to put a pinned message on each stream when I'm out there. You know, we're on location. Items will ship starting March 20th. John got a neutral from a guy who cried after the post office had his item for 12 days. He blamed me, the shipping company, right? Where'd you deliver this? It says it's delivered. Where did you put it? I put it in your mailbox. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. Donnie says, I didn't see an eBay live show for you tonight. I will be live. It is not scheduled yet, but I will be live tonight. I will be live tomorrow night also. I will be live Friday and Saturday. I don't think anything is scheduled this week outside of Thursday night. But I will be live every night this week. Gundy says, chatting from the lab at the cheese plant this morning. Very nice. Jeremy's in the house. I'm running into on Whatnot that jerseys and autos are not selling well, but you put a base rookie or a colored rookie that does more than it should. Yeah, I run in, I don't do autos, especially high. I've got a Nolan Ryan auto. Nolan Ryan outperforms big time. 90 tops outperforms big time. Now, will an auto? No. Like a 90 tops will sell for 20x what it should. But the auto, I might break even. Actually, I think I got a pretty good deal on that. Break even, make a small profit. But hey, it's a Nolan Ryan auto. I'll put it, I'll probably run it Sunday. I'll put it in my inventory so people can see it ahead of time, and hopefully that draws people in. That does work. I had a guy, I think he spent about $500-600. He'd never done eBay Live before, but he saw all of my listings in my eBay store for the live show. And he was looking for high numbers. And he's like, hey, can I buy these ahead of time? And I'm like, no, sorry, it's part of an eBay Live auction. And he's like, well, can we make a deal? And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, the show starts at this time, just come on in. And he came in and spent like $500-600. So that does work. So I when I do bigger stuff, I'm trying to be more cognizant of that, where I don't want to just surprise, here's a Nolan Ryan auto. Like I want to have stuff that will draw people in and bring them into eBay Live. We all need more buyers. It doesn't matter if you're on live or buy it now or whatever. We all need more buyers. It's never ending. But with jerseys and autos, typically when I run jerseys and autos, it's lower, like no-name guys or just like lower end stuff. Or like in person, my buddy Mark may or may not be in the chat, but like just random, like Gary Sanchez. And like these have been going for like $5-10. There were some San Diego chickens that were selling for 10 to 15. But stuff like that. But then I'll sell it, but it's got to be like names that people have heard of. First Bowman's, you could sell a First Bowman Chrome Auto for $5, $10 on Buy It Now. I'll get $1, $2 on eBay Live sometimes, depending on if it's a team that people in the stream are not like. If it's Tigers, I'm trying to think of other teams. Orioles are usually. I still have some Orioles fans. Tigers have been a big. A lot of people looking for Tigers. It's surprising. I don't have too many. Actually, I've got a couple Dodgers guys, I should say. I do have a couple Dodgers guys. Not too many Yankees collectors. Ton of Cubs collectors. And I think part of that is like people know me as the Cubs collector. Well, I do know I have one customer from Cubs Convention who bought a ton from my showcase at Cubs Convention. And then he came into my Sunday stream, bought a ton more. So I know I did capture at least one customer from Cubs Convention who spent a decent amount. So add that into, and he bought another auto from me on Sunday night stream, I think Saturday or Sunday night stream. So along with not only with what I made at Cubs Convention with my sales at the show, but bringing people into my eBay Live, which was the goal, like try to get new it's great to attract, send those newsletters out. But like, I want people coming into eBay Live, so I want as many people as possible. I want everybody new and old, but it's like new business development. Rich says 73 football has some cool cards, rookies of Franco Harris and Jack Ham. Yeah, second year Staubach. Of course, Bradshaw's got a card in there. eBay Live, yes, sir. The final card of Joe Namath. Cooter's in the house. Good morning. Way back in the day, Tigers collectors were huge, which is why the premium on 68 Topps and 84 Donruss. Yes, Ernie. Sunflowers in the house. What's going on? Max says, low turnout. People have lives. I don't know. LOL. Nobody schedules stuff Sunday nights because they are weak and whine about going back to work on Monday. Just another day. Max says, that's why Sunday night football is more popular than Monday night football. More asses in chairs than vehicles. That's a good point. Max is the most empathetic person in chat. More than John. It's wild. Gundy says, card show this weekend at the Stony Creek in Onalaska. Very nice. I don't think I'm going to be going to any shows. I would like to go to Dude's Card Shop because I do get some good deals there. But I don't need, I need to kind of thin out some of the stuff that I've been picking up. Some of like the dollar stuff, basically all of this is fairly recent stuff. So I do want to get some lots in, but I also have to take into consideration, like, well, by the time I do 200 auctions, well, maybe not 200 tonight, but 200 on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and then Sunday. Maybe I will, but maybe by Saturday after this week's shows, maybe I will need to go buy some stuff. But we'll see. I mean, and sometimes it could be a Wednesday night and I'm holding stuff back because, well, it's Wednesday night. I'm not going to move this stuff on a Wednesday night, but all of a sudden 10 o'clock hits and people must have been happy hump day or something. And they're spending money on stuff. It's like, oh, let's run this Nolan Ryan autograph. Let's run this 68. What else do I have? Like, if it's going to sell for more than what I paid for, like, that's the goal. But I do like to so if that happens, then we'll save, or I'll have to go shopping on Saturday. Max says, fuck empaths. And there you have it. John says, when did eBay start auctions? I just remember buy it now pre-Y2K. When did eBay start auctions? Man, pre-Y2K. Buy it now. You had to pay for buy it now. Back in the day. So I joined eBay in 99, I think July of 99, and it was like all auctions. By 99, 98, 99, it was like all auctions. And then early 2000s, it was starting to transition to where they had store options. And so buy it now started to get popular probably 04, 05, 03 maybe. But it was like all auctions. I mean, hell, eBay's name was AuctionNet. Like that was eBay's original name. Max says, my answer still makes sense, BJ. Sunflower says, there is getting to be several worthwhile shows on live. I admit I sometimes look for a show I like and choose based on the number of viewers. That's a good point. That's a good point. There are some quality shows with low viewer counts. Absolutely. Absolutely. And guess what happens with low viewer counts? Better deals. There is more and more. And this is like the age-old debate. It's like, yeah, you're on eBay Live with only 8 to 10 other streams as competition, but also take into account there's only 300 or 400 viewers across those 8 to 10 other streams. Go to Whatnot. Yeah, there's 500 streams. You got a lot of competition, but there's also 10 to 15,000 viewers. So you've got more competition on Whatnot, but you've got a much, much larger viewer base to get those viewers and try to hook them in. Gundy says, I like it when people tell it like it is. John says, maybe your new social media coordinator can help you ship. Now I am looking to, I've got 2 people that are possibilities. but I'm looking for like an agency. I'd prefer working with like a company. I don't know. That sounds, I don't know. Maybe that's not the right way to go, but this is like the next step to get more people in. I'm stubborn. I can still handle shipping to a point. But there is going to be, I'm still working on possibilities, or not possibility, but I'm still working on the most efficient way to bring people into eBay Live under my banner. It's just difficult to figure out the how to set the accounts up and the payments. Now I have a couple options. I just don't like them. There's not an easy way to do it. And so I'm still exploring, something that I continue to look into. And eBay's like, they are the live, like they're growing live faster than they can like handle it internally. They're just hiring massive. They made the news. It's like eBay laid off 800 employees. It's like, well, they're like probably hiring. They laid off 800. They're probably hiring 1,500. There's multiple in the eBay Live sector of people they're hiring. Like every day I see multiple posts from eBay employees like, hey, I'm hiring for this under the live. Max says, same Gundy. Most are pussies. John says, the lab or the lav. Imagine what the lav at the cheese factory smells like. I don't want to think about that. Sunflower says, best entertainment value comes with higher viewer counts. That is true. That's a good point. Low viewer counts, you can get good deals. High viewer counts is typically more entertaining. I know for a fact, nobody needs to tell me this, because I know when I have a low viewer count and nobody's in the chat and just there's not much action going on in the chat, my entertainment value sucks. Like I know Tuesday nights, I'm probably a bitch. People probably turn me off because I'm just, it sucks, but it's not fun. And that's why I like consider like, maybe I just don't go live on Tuesday nights. But I'm going to try the lots, and hopefully I can get some stuff. Hopefully if I stop rambling this morning. But yeah, like when there's high viewer counts and there's energy in the room, like I feed off energy, negative and positive. And when there's like Sunday nights are my favorite nights because there's a lot of people in the room. There's bidding action. Stuff every once in a while goes for under comps. That's okay, because a lot of stuff goes over comps. Tuesday nights, much smaller room, not much energy, and I feed off that, unfortunately. And I feed off it's not necessarily negative energy, but it's certainly not positive energy. And it's just kind of like, it's work. The last couple Tuesday nights have been work. And it's frustrating because you run like, I'm going to run this and nobody bids on it, or it goes for $1, which is okay. Like I want a Yankees autograph. Oh, here's a Gary Sanchez autograph. The person that requests it doesn't even bid on it. It's like, okay, what do you guys want? Like, tell me what you want. Unfortunately, I don't always have. Well, we want downtowns and kabooms. Well, unfortunately, now I don't get many. Like I say that a lot. I rarely get requests. Usually it's Sunday nights when there's a big room. People come in. I want case hits. Like this happened on Sunday nights. Like what's a case hit? Like I know the definition of a case hit, but what are case hits today? There's Bowman comes out with case. There's like 6 case hits in Bowman. Like I know downtowns and kabooms and that stuff is a case hit. I'm not going to run that. But on like I rarely get requests for kabooms and downtowns. I did a lot more last summer. I think those people just said, when I told them I'm never going to run a downtown or a kaboom, which I've stuck to my word on that. I probably will eventually. But just to have something, but most likely I won't, but you never know. Maybe I will. Gundy says, actually not as bad as you would think, state and USDA inspected. Cody, what's going on? Good morning. Who is this guy? Hope all is well. Enjoy some warmer weather at spring training. And you know what? I don't know if it's going to be, well, it's going to be warmer for sure. But like it's been 90 degrees out in Phoenix this week, the last few days, and it's going to be mid 80s this week. The temperature prediction has went up 5 degrees. So it was like in the upper 60. When I landed, it was going to be like 68. Now it's 73. Hey, it's Thursday, 77. So I'll take that. 74 on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday. I can't complain when it's 30 here. So I'll take that. Gundy says, but no, I'm in the lab testing cheese for coli. Is it coli? E. coli or coli, E. coli, yeast and mold. Isn't it wild what we used to pay for that's now free tech-wise? Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I bought heavily from 97 to 99, just sent people a check in the mail. Yep. I still have a lot of my paperwork. Probably, I think I've got, unless, do I still have it? No, I think I put it away. But I've got a folder of all of my like 1999 transactions. I was selling Sammy Sosa lots at eBay Live prices. Cooter says I sent a ton of USPS money orders in the late 90s. Absolutely. Money orders and personal checks, sometimes cash if it was a couple bucks. Gem City says I never said your comment, Max, didn't make sense. I don't care, to be honest. That 70s show says rule number 1 of social media coordinator, make sure she's hot, not Wisconsin hot. Max says Lav at the cheese factory probably smells great. Tell me you don't eat cheese without telling me. Does cheese poop smell good? Oh, wait. No, because you don't cheese. I'm like, wait a second. No, because cheese stops you up. You don't poop when you eat a lot of cheese. So yeah, nobody's taking poops. Nobody's dumping at a cheese factory. They're eating all that cheese, getting all stopped up. John says, so long as you don't have an HR department, you don't have to worry of being caught eye fucking them. Can't wait for it to be that warm. Amen to that. Light bulb. Yeah, it's like a light bulb moment. Like, wait a second. It's got to smell like shit. Oh, wait, there's no shit to be smelled. All right. I better get going. Ernie's got to go play with his friends. eBay Live tonight. It's not scheduled, but I'll be there. 1millioncubs.com. I don't know when I'll see you again here on Hobby Evolution, but Hobby Evolution is like every night on eBay Live. I just happen to be selling cards and not dropping the F-bomb. So come out and see me on eBay Live. I have been adding a few things to my eBay store as well. Not mostly wrestling magazines. Oh, hey, speaking of, one more thought. So we had some guerrilla marketing come in on Hobby Evolution. I think it was I think I titled something about Card Dealer Pro. And one of the guys from List Easier like came in and like, you should use List Easier. And well, it's like, shut the fuck up. But I will tell you, now I wouldn't use it for cards because it's going to be clunky for cards. But I've been using List Easier for my wrestling magazines. It's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. It's like on wrestling magazines, it's been 100% accurate. Now, I've only listed like 25 or 30, but that's really damn good. I was going to do a project. I have a website. I created a website. It's I bought that collection of wrestling magazines that Andre the Giant is in there. I ended up giving up the search for somebody to cut it out. I'm just going to sell the magazine whole. It's like I'm nobody wants to cut it. I'm just going to sell the magazine whole. It's in my eBay store. So that was part of it. And collection was, I don't know, like 500 magazines. And I listed a few just to get some of the money back, and a few sold for like $20. I've sold 4 or 5, but the rest, I'm like, I want to create a website because there's not a wrestling magazine website. Now there's a reason why. It's pretty niche. Now there's groups out there. There's a lot of magazine collectors. Like I go and buy wrestling magazines. But I'd create wrestlingmags.com and had It's all night. And it's just like, man, this is, and it was going to be like a side, like it wasn't going to be like a money-making. It wasn't to be a money-making adventure. It's just like, this is like kind of a hobby that brings in a few bucks. That's kind of what I decided how to launch it. And I never did launch it. I put I dabbled with, there's a way to bulk upload into WooCommerce on the back end of WordPress. So I was doing that, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And so I'm like, you know what? And then I thought, it's like, I'm going to move I don't want this to be like another vertical in my business. Like, it was just going to be something fun. And it was starting to take up some time that I don't need to be spending on it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sell these on eBay. I'm just going to give up on the website and put them on eBay. Way more eyes. So I started, and then I heard, because like Commonwealth and ADH Dave and those guys, I think just Commonwealth and ADH Dave, they're using List Easier. So I was listening to one of the podcasts, and ADH Dave was talking about magazine. He had bought like a whole bunch of magazines recently, and he's been using List Easier for the magazines. And all of a sudden, kind of like the Cheese Factory bathrooms, light bulb went on, and I'm like, I want to check this out. And you can do I think it's 10 a day. You can do 10 free listings a day. So I went and I did it. I'm like, holy shit, this is really easy. It is easier. Listing easier. So I had some free time last week, and I'm like, I'm just going to do a whole bunch. So I did like 25, and I've sold a few already. So so I wouldn't recommend it for cards, but I would recommend it for just random shit. Magazines is the only thing I have experience, but I know like Commonwealth Picker is using it for a lot of different things. But it's a little clunky because like I've got to, I don't think there's a phone. Like, you can do it on your phone, but it's a real pain in the ass. So what I do is I take photos and then drop them into Google Photos, and then Google Photos I save into a folder and then upload them. So it's not as fast as scanning and uploading using Card Dealer Pro for cards, but it's a lot faster than listing magazines one at a time. So that's what I've been doing. All right. So last couple comments. Cody says, just label eBay Live as Hobby Evolution. Rich says, friend of mine passed recently, but he shot photos for many wrestling magazines. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Simulcast to both eBay and YouTube. I'd like to do that, but I can't figure out OBS or whatever. And it was a pain in the ass when I was using it at Cubs convention. John says, how much to media mail? Maybe I'll ask my social media coordinator. How much to media mail a magazine these days? Well, couple comments to this. Number one, you can't send magazines media mail because media mail is only for like educational and books. Magazines are not legal to send through media mail. Second, media mail is about the same to ship as Ground Advantage. In fact, let's do a little experiment here. Let's go into eBay. Let's compare pricing. Let's see. Just go to awaiting shipment here. All right, we're just gonna get shipping label. All right, it's 10:10. I got to get going. All right, so let's just say it's 4 ounces. So Ground Advantage. So this one's going from Wisconsin to Kentucky. 4 ounce Ground Advantage is $5. Is that right? Yeah, $5. All right, now let's go see media mail. And actually, will media mail even come up? Media mail is $4.47, so it's only like 53-cent difference. So there you go. Some of it's even. I know some media mail is actually about the exact same price, or maybe a few pennies. John says, I had a friend pass recently as well. Nothing to divert wrestling, but as long as we're farming sympathy, I'm in. Wrestling is educational. Cautionary tales, they call it. All right, I'm going to go. Have a great day. Join me tonight. Join me tonight on Hobby Evolution or on eBay Live. Link to my eBay Live homepage in the description. Have a great day, and we'll see you when we see you.